Hi, everybody. It is Kathy, and I love to be selling. Come on in, sellers. We're going to be talking free returns because I'm still getting a lot of questions on that. So I'm going to go over everything I know to date. And we're also going to talk eBay shipping because while talking about free returns, it is the perfect time to talk about eBay shipping. So come on in, and I want to give you all the accurate information that I have. So I want to get right to this. So the first thing to talk about is all the questions that I'm getting about free returns. And free returns is in the spring seller update that just came out. In case people watch this in a few weeks, this is March of 2018, and the spring seller update just came out for eBay. Now, free returns. Let's talk about return policies. With the spring seller update as of June 1st, so it's not in effect right now, so you have time to be thinking about all of this. There's going to be 5 return policies. You'll be able to choose from no returns, 30-day returns where the buyer pays return shipping, 60-day returns where the buyer pays return shipping, then 30 days free returns, seller pays return shipping, hang on, and 60-day, I'm like, oh my goodness, 60-day seller pays return shipping. Now, eBay very much encourages free shipping. The reason that eBay encourages free shipping is because buyers like free shipping. And buyers like free shipping for a lot of different reasons. The main reason is it is easier. You don't have to do a lot of math, okay? Now, that being said, for items where the shipping is not a lot of money, I would say like under $4, oftentimes free shipping is just such a simple choice and it's not hard to deal with. That being said, free shipping, in case you don't know, is never free. And some sellers get in trouble on this, particularly my newer sellers, because what they'll do is they'll do their research and they'll see that the item sells for, let's say, $8 or $9, $15, $20, and they will include free shipping on that. The research that they do, you need to look carefully. The seller that sold that item, were they using free shipping or not? They're not always using free shipping. So take a look at that. It could be $20 plus shipping, $15 plus shipping. So always factor that in. If you are a newer seller and you're not sure what the costs of shipping are, always hop over to the USPS website. Just Google USPS.com and look it up. And I've got some props to show you. You do want to weigh your item. Hang on a second. Where did I put my scale? Oh, here it is. Hang on. So, excuse me. You're going to want to weigh your item. Now, particularly when you're brand new, you may not want to buy yourself a scale. I totally understand that. Then you need to take your item with the box or the poly mailer or whatever it is, and you need to hop over to your local post office and weigh the item. I know some people have done things like jumped on a human scale, like you weigh yourself, you know, you weigh 120, 125, then you hold your item. The problem with that is if your item is 12 or 13 ounces, you know, it's not going to show. Now, if you happen to have a food scale in the house, which some folks do, either for cooking or if you've been on any kind of weight loss program, you might have a food scale. Those are pretty accurate. Again, for lighter weight item, for something that's under a pound and a half, the food scale might work. Otherwise, what you're going to want to do is buy a scale. This is Accutech. I'll put a link in underneath. These you can get on eBay for under $20. I think I spotted them for like $16, $17 with free shipping. The reason to get a scale, even when you're first starting, is the number one beginner mistake, and intermediate and advanced sellers make this mistake too, is to not either charge the right amount for shipping if you're not doing free shipping, or to factor in the cost of shipping in the item. So you look at the item, and this can happen to more experienced sellers. You'll look at, I'm trying to think what I'm going to use for a prop today. I'm going to use my nail file. You'll look at the nail file and you go, that's like 3 ounces in a padded envelope. No big deal. Let me grab a padded envelope. Sorry, you guys. I actually have my shipping supplies near my hip. I'm going to throw it in the envelope. It's only going to be 3 or 4 ounces. And they go, that's like $3 or $4. And then they, list it with free shipping. And then the problem is they go to weigh it and they find out that it's 6 ounces or 8 ounces. It's 20 cents more, it's 30 cents more, which doesn't seem like a lot. But when something's 30, 40 cents more than you were anticipating, and that starts to happen, 5 times a week, 10 times a week, that really adds up. So it's well worth it to take the item with the mailer, and you're going to want to put your packing slip, if you do a business card, everything on the scale. Here's my scale, today's props day, on your scale and weigh it, because you don't want to get caught on that. Okay, so do that. The scales are worth getting. So you'll decide, am I going to do free shipping or not do free shipping? For lighter items, it is well worth doing free shipping because customers really like it. Now, if you do free shipping and you choose to do free returns, and that means a free return for any reason, that they have buyer's remorse, they got it, they go, it just wasn't me, it's not what I thought, it's not an item not as described, they just get it and they change their mind for whatever reason. You are out, if you're doing free shipping, shipping to the person and the shipping coming back because you've agreed to free returns. You need to do the math. And before you start screaming, because I know a lot of people are freaking out about free returns. They're like, oh, free returns. Listen to everybody, watch videos, then go to your eBay. Look at your paid and shipped. And you do have a return tab in my eBay, and take a look at your returns. Do you get returns? I have categories. I never get returns. For me, Broadway collectibles. In fact, I have a mug I'm going to show you guys later. This is a Broadway mug. I get them. I live in New York City. I have a show business background, so I know shows pretty well. So when I spot them in thrift shops and consignment shops, I grab them. I don't think I've ever gotten a Broadway collectible back, ever. Now, I do a good description. I measure it. I give them the dimensions. If it's mugs, I let them know how many ounces. But absolutely, I could do free returns on collectibles. They never come back. Now, if I do free returns, and you got to let it sit. You got to let it go for like 30 days, 60 days, okay? Because sometimes this as a seller, all of a sudden you get 3 returns out of nowhere, but then you'll have no returns for 3 weeks. So if you do free returns and all of a sudden you get a tick up, just be cool and wait a week or 2 and see if it's a trend that continues, okay? So just keep an eye on if your returns kick up. Look at it over the long picture. So you'll look at it, for the past 60 days, the past 90 days, and see if you see a trend up or down. For some of you with free returns, you might see a trend down. If you get no returns, and I have seller friends that get no returns, and it continues to be no returns, yay. Because you're giving a policy available to your buyers of free returns that eBay is saying that shoppers like. So it's an opportunity for you to attract more shoppers. If you are a top-rated seller on eBay, and the way you qualify, it's a sales volume, it's 100 transactions on eBay US, and I'm speaking for eBay US. So if you're listening in your UK or Canada, you need to check the rules for your country. It's 100 transactions for eBay US, $1,000 within the past 12 months. You need to be on eBay selling for 90, may not be selling, may just be on eBay for 90. I got to double check on that. You're shipping within your stated handling time, certain percentage, and good customer service. Okay, and you'll see it. You'll be notified by eBay that you're top rated. It shows on your landing page. You don't have to have a store to be a top-rated seller. There are plenty of top-rated sellers without a store. Again, it's about sales volume and customer service. It is not about having a store. Then once you achieve that, if you want to get what is called a top-rated plus discount, which is 10% of your final value fee, not your listing fees that you may incur. It is your final value fee. As of June 1st, you'll need to offer 30 or 60-day free returns. So what I truly suggest is look at your record. For ones where it's like you get no returns, to me it's a no-brainer. Just do it and then just watch your numbers. If you get a few returns, do the math and see if that 10% final value fee discount is going to cover any loss that you might get by covering the postage on free returns. If the items are very heavy, you're going to need to really take a look at it. But if they're heavy and you have really good margins, which is you're making 60, 80, 100 or more on it, it can be worth it to take free returns. And hang on, because I see that Beth's got a question. So, hey, Beth, how are you? What is the percentage of items listed do we have to have as free returns in order to keep top-rated seller badge? What a great question. It's not tied. Now, there's two things with top-rated sellers. You are a top-rated seller, again, based on your sales volume, customer service. Just Google top-rated seller eBay. You'll see the criteria. There is a badge. It's like it looks like a first place win, but it's gold, top-rated plus badge. It is a top-rated plus badge. It is not a top-rated seller badge. Top-rated seller shows if you click your feedback number, you end up on a you'll end up on a seller landing page, excuse me, because it's not about stores. You'll end up on your seller landing page. It has your seller name, it has your feedback number, and it'll say top-rated seller. To get the top-rated plus badge, and Beth, if you look on my YouTube channel, Spring Seller Update Part 2, I've got visuals showing you this. So take a look at that YouTube. It'll help you. To get the top-rated plus badge, as of June 1st, only items with 30 or 60-day free return shipping, and again, that you have same or one business day handling, will get that badge. So to get the badge on the item, and only those items that meet that criteria get the badge. So for instance, I sell a variety. So let's say on my widgets, I do free return shipping. My widgets will get the top-rated plus badge if I'm a top-rated seller. But on my gizmos, I don't offer 30, 60-day free returns. My gizmos will not have a top-rated plus badge as of June 1st. Okay? Also, before I jump into more things about shipping, if there are specific topics that you want me to do videos on, just post them below. I will definitely keep an eye on it, and when I see a hot topic, I will definitely do a video on the topic that you ask. Also, if you comment FUN, F-U-N, I'm going to send you shipping and Spring Seller Update tips. So comment FUN, F-U-N below, and I'm going to send those tips to you. Shipping. Today is Saturday, which is why I jumped in to do this video. For eBay, you only need to ship within one business day handling. That is Monday through Friday. Now, I am shipping today. I'm in New York. We do have mail pickups here in New York and postal mail, but when I say mail pickups, so I ship on Saturdays. Every now and then I can't because of a family situation, but I ship on Saturdays. I do not have to ship on Saturdays. I choose to ship on Saturdays. Main reason I do it is because, bam, the stuff gets right out, and I consistently get great feedback from customers about the speed of my shipping. So I'm glad to do that. Also, I know as a shopper, I like to get things right away. So bam, it goes out today, but I don't have to mail until Monday. The other thing is it makes Monday easier. I find the mail really piles up over the weekend. Thankfully, I get a lot of great sales. So for me, it makes my Monday much more doable. So I encourage you, if it's doable for you, and I know not all areas have Saturday mail pickup, it is worth doing. All these things about, free returns and top rated seller and handling times is about our shoppers want things quickly. So the quicker you can get it mailed out, the better. So people that shopped with me on Friday, I do not need to ship their item until Monday, but I am choosing to ship it today so that way it gets out to them super, super fast. Okay? And if you want my shipping tips and my spring seller update tips, just comment fun, FUN in the thread. And if there are topics you'd like me to cover in videos, put those in the thread below too, okay? So this is what I want to talk about with shipping. These are some things that you may not be aware of depending on your level of experience on eBay. So the first thing I want to show you is this is a padded flat rate envelope, okay? It is a flat rate. If I remember correctly, it's about $7.10. It might be $7.20 when you print through eBay shipping. eBay gets you commercial price shipping, so you get a break over what it is on the USPS site. And with these padded flat rate envelopes, you would be surprised what you can get inside of them. You can get a pair of rolled jeans. You can roll dresses and put it in, ballerina flats, sneakers, depending on the size, shoes, depending on the size. If you, for instance, if you're selling a lot of children's clothing and the lot is 10 or 15 items, if you roll them up, you can fit it in here. I have fit bathrobes in here. I have fit full-length gowns in here. And you can offer your folks free priority mail shipping, and it's only costing you a little over $7. The other thing I wanted to let you know, and hang on, is mugs, in case you don't know this, and it's called FOMO, Freely Overcoming Mug Obstacles. You can fit mugs inside of padded flat rate envelopes. Say that one fast. The way you do it is you can use any box. I mean, you can take cardboard that you have in your home and make a box. What I do is I buy, these are called Scotty stuffers. I buy these off of Bubble Fast. And what you do is you fold this up and you make a box out of it. Make the box out of it. Then the mug fits inside the box. The box fits inside the padded flat rate envelope. Now, one thing when you're shipping mugs, back to my mug, is I really bubble wrap the handle. I find on mugs, the handles are the most fragile part of the mug. So I really, really, really bubble wrap the handle. I do a little bit of that, tape it. I put something inside. I put a little bit of bubble wrap inside too, just to help it. Then I bubble wrap the entire mug. Then I fit it inside the Scotty Stuffer box. I get these off of Bubble Fast. Oh, I've got a code for you, ESNBES. So it's E like Edward, S like Sam, N like Nelly, excuse me, ESNB like boy, E Edward, S Sam. So ESNBES on the Bubble Fast website, and you save 10% off your entire order. I buy the Scotty Stuffers. What I find with these inside the padded flat rate envelope, is you can do collectibles. You can do a lot of small China things, little vases, little collectible figurines, just anything like that that might have little parts sticking out. You want to really, really bubble wrap, fingers, ears, anything that might get broken in transit, just to give it a little extra cushioning. Padded flat rate envelopes are available on the USPS website only. In the post office, they usually have the cardboard flat rate envelopes, which are fine to use. But the padded, for most post offices, at least my post offices don't have them. I have to go on the website to get them. You'll need to order that. I always keep a stash, and at the holiday time, I keep a lot on hand because I go through them. I just ship a lot of things in the padded flat rate envelope. I'm always amazed at what fits in them. It is the same price for anywhere in the U.S. And don't forget, that's going to include U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico. Okay? Then the other one I want to show you guys, regional A boxes. These come in two sizes. So there's one that's sort of square. Let me just pull this one down. So it's sort of square. This is a regional A. Then there's one that's long. This is a regional A. but it's pretty thin. But again, I can get a gown in a regional A, the square one. I find the long square one, I can get the gowns in. You could do a couple pairs of jeans. It's not going to be big enough for most board games. Regional A's are really, really good for the states that are nearby you. So for instance, I'm New York, so New Jersey, Connecticut. I think Ohio I've done well on regional A. The other day I was shipping to Louisiana, and the regional A was a great rate. The new eBay shipping experience is going to make it easier as that phases in, because you'll actually see pictures of the different options. But again, back to free shipping, making it affordable, and a good bet for you is you've offered free shipping, priority mail, okay? And then you go to pack it, and let's say it's a nearby state or it's the same state, your regional A can save you money, and you are still giving your customer priority mail. Regional A's, again, are on the website, the USPS website. They are free. The padded flat rate envelopes are free. I encourage you, especially when you start to go into different categories of inventory, if you've never sold blue jeans before, never sold, I'm going to make stuff up, vases before, is go on and get a variety of the USPS mailing things that are free. So get the padded envelopes, get the regional A and B, order both sizes. A comes in 2 sizes, regional B comes in 2 sizes, medium flat rate boxes come in 2 sizes. Order every size, order every shape of that size, and just keep it on hand for about 6 months until you see which are the ones that you're going to be using the most. Like I use a ton of padded flat rate. I use regional A, I would say weekly. Regional B for me, I just haven't used, just for whatever reason. Regional A seems to work the best, but you got to try regional B for yourself. They also have a large box for, it's called the game box. If I remember correctly, it's large. It is not a flat rate box. You do have to pay whatever the priority mail is, but it's a nice big box. If you ship a lot of games, that can be worthwhile. If you do what's called Frankenbox, which means I'm taking a couple of boxes and I'm taping them together, you can do that with regional boxes, but when you Frankenbox, which is put a couple of boxes together, you're going to be paying by the weight. So it is no longer a regional A or a regional B or whatever it is. It is now just the priority rate for that weight and where it's going. So keep an eye on that. But Frankenboxing is totally legal. Then the next size I want to talk about is medium flat rate. This is, here's medium flat rate. Okay, this is really good. It comes in 2 sizes. Again, sort of the square boxy box like the regional A. And then my favorite size of the medium flat rate is this big box. I'm going to hold this up. Because the big box, I can put boots in, I can put a full-length evening gown in, I can do like a down winter coat, will all fit in the medium flat rate boxes. If you're on one coast, I'm on the East Coast, and you're shipping to the West Coast, if it fits in a medium flat rate, you will often save yourself money over straight priority mail. Also, if you're shipping in a lot, which is several items together, or they've done a combined shipment, they've bought a bunch of things from you, and you're upgrading to priority mail, or they paid for priority mail, you'll find perhaps that putting them into the medium flat rate box is going to save you money. Okay, so go on the USPS website. You're going to want to order yourself padded flat rate envelopes. Where are my padded flat rate envelopes? Here we go. Okay, here we go. Padded flat rate envelopes. Grab yourself some regional A, regional B, medium flat rate. If you do any games, grab yourself the big game box. And even if you don't, it's worth it to have a couple of them on hand because they are a great size. And the last one, which I super love, is called the shoebox. And don't be thrown off by this, because a lot of times people say shoebox and they go, I don't sell shoes, I don't need a shoebox. It's a great shape. Now, it's not a flat rate. Here's the shoebox. See if I can, sorry you guys, there we go. Is, again, gowns, lots. It's a great shape. You can fit all kinds of things in it. It is not a flat rate box. It is super, super, super handy to keep on hand. So that you're going to want. So when you're starting out, you're going to want yourself a scale. Now this one doesn't have a removable reader, whatever you want to call it, the digital readout. If you do ship a lot of bigger things, you're going to want to get the scale. It costs about $10 or $15 more, where the digital detaches, because you have this big box, you can put it on the scale. And then with the digital reader being 6 or 8 inches away, it's just going to be easier for you. It is worth it to get a tape gun. They're not a lot of money. I can't find mine. It's floating around. Oh, here it is. Here we go. It's worth it to get a tape gun for your packing. They're not a lot of money. You can pretty much get them anywhere. For clothing, I do get these clear plastic bags. They're available on eBay. A lot of times Costco and other places have them. I don't like to just take clothing and throw it into a poly mailer or the padded mailers. I like to take the clothes and put them into a plastic bag and seal it and then put inside the bag. And the reason I do that is every now and then it'll get torn in transit. And I want to make sure that what's on the inside is protected, so that way it doesn't get wet or damaged in any way. And that way it's got a better chance of getting to my customer. Okay? Let me just see if any quick questions. Oh, you're welcome, Patty. Sorry about that. I'm so electronic, can you tell? Thanks, Patty. I was going to say, I'm trying to show Patty's comment. Thank you, Patty. You're welcome. I'm learning all this electronic stuff. Let me tell you, when I started selling on eBay, I don't know about anybody else, which was over 10 years ago, and I got my first computer. I remember the monitors that were like these big monster things. I could not even click a mouse, you know, and now we're doing live videos and live broadcasting, and we're putting, and anybody else that's been selling on eBay for a while, do you remember taking all your packages and going to the post office? You could not print postage online. All of this is new within the past 5 or 6 years. So I am constantly amazed at all the technology. One thing I wanted to mention, just to bring free returns back up, because there's been a lot of conflicting information in different Facebook groups and on YouTubes and on boards, is for sellers that charge for shipping, that are not doing free shipping. And I do encourage you to do free shipping. Again, when it works for you. For a large, heavy item, it may not work for you. But if you do charge for shipping, and then you choose free returns because you want to offer, like, you know what, Kathy, I don't get a lot of returns. I really do want to try this. Or you're a top rated seller and you want that top rated plus badge and you want to offer free returns. Good for you. Is you do not need to refund the shipping when it comes back to you. Obviously, if it is an issue like you shipped the wrong thing, blah, 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 then of course you refund the initial shipping. But if they get the item and they have just changed their mind, like, oh, I really don't want this, and they ship back to you and you did not ship with free shipping, you can just refund the item price. So you're refunding the item price. You're paying for the return shipping because you've chosen to offer free return shipping. And I'm going to read this to you because this is from the eBay community board. This was by Mika, M-I-K-K-A, staffer at eBay, because it has the eBay logo on it. And she said, or he, because I'm not sure if Mika's a man or a woman, if you offer free returns, you will have the option to withhold the original shipping cost, that's your cost, if the item is being returned for a remorse reason. I just didn't like it. I changed my mind. If the item is returned for item not as described, the option to withhold original shipping will not be available. Okay? So, now, obviously, people can scam this. I'm going to be straight up with you. For me personally, I find that to be a minimum, but it does happen every now and then. And when it does, I just suck it up. But if you do have large, heavy items and you do want to opt into free returns, for right now, according to Mika on the community boards on eBay, to maintain the top rated plus. You do not need to refund your cost in shipping to the customer. And I wanted you to have that because there has been a lot of back and forth on that. Okay, so really look at whether free returns is going to work for you. The way you do that, it's great to listen to everybody. Look at your returns. Do you get them? There's many sellers that don't. So doing free returns is not going to be such an issue for you. If you're in categories where you do get a lot of returns, it comes down to math. Can you increase your price and offer free returns? You might want to take a look at that. Is your top rated plus discount sufficient enough to be covering the cost of returns and that you still make a profit? Only you can answer those questions, okay? Comment FUN, F-U-N. You're going to get my shipping tips and some more spring seller update tips. Definitely comment in the thread. Let me know topics that you want me to cover. But free returns is one choice of the return policy. You will not get the top rated plus discount after June 1st unless you're offering free 30 or 60-day returns. And right now, if you charge shipping, you will have the option to withhold your costs even if you're offering free returns. But really take a look at that, because if your return cost is only a few dollars, this is just me, then I don't have a problem refunding that if I'm doing free returns. If my shipping costs are substantial, then that's the circumstance where I'm going to need to take a look at that. Stock up on all the free shipping supplies off the USPS, because it's a great way to offer a variety of shipping options to your customers and that you still can make good money. So I can offer priority mail, and I'm shipping in a padded flat rate envelope, which is only costing me a little over $7, and they're getting priority mail. You don't have to ship on a Saturday, but if there is Saturday pickup in your area, it's a great way to speed the package on the way to your customers. So those are all my tips for you. Okay, you guys, let me just scroll down and see if we have any more questions. Everything looks good, you guys. Great. It is my pleasure. I'm glad to do this to give you information. All the information that I give out, I always check and double check. And if a policy changes, and they can change, I will jump in and I will do a video and let you know about that. Okay? So that's my tips for you. I am Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye.